As the sun rose over the lush green jungle, the animals went about their daily routines. Rabbits hopped cheerfully. Monkeys swung from tree to tree. Elephants cooled themselves in the river, and the sly fox watched everything quietly. But that morning, something felt different in the jungle. Lion King Rufus had grown old and weak. Rufus had been a fair and powerful ruler for many years. But now, he could no longer run as fast, roar as loudly, or protect the jungle as he once did. The animals realized that it was time for a big decision. A new king had to be chosen. A grand meeting was called by the river, where all the animals gathered to discuss who would be the next ruler. But choosing a new king was not going to be easy. The playful monkeys were the first to speak. From the highest branches, they chattered excitedly. "Listen to us. We monkeys are the smartest. We know all the jungle rules because we live in the treetops and see everything," said Monkey Coco. The other monkeys cheered. "If we become king, everyone will get as many bananas as they want, and the jungle will be full of fun," shouted Monkey Momo. But just then, the mighty elephants stepped forward, their deep voices rumbling through the jungle. Elephant Babu raised his trunk and spoke firmly. "Being a king is not about fun. A king must be strong and able to protect the jungle. We elephants are the biggest and strongest. The king should be one of us." The monkeys looked at each other in surprise. The elephants were indeed strong, but was strength alone enough to be a good king? The rabbits, who had been listening quietly, couldn't stay silent any longer. The small but clever rabbit Pico stomped his tiny foot on the ground and spoke up. "But strength alone is not enough. A king must also be quick and clever. If an elephant becomes king, the smaller animals will be ignored." Rabbit Toti nodded eagerly. "Yes, we rabbits are fast, we are smart. We are the best choice for a king." The elephants were not pleased with this. Elephant Lala, shaking her head, responded, "We are smart too. But a king must also be powerful enough to protect the jungle. How would a small rabbit defend us if danger comes?" And so, the arguments grew louder. Monkeys, rabbits, and elephants. Each group believed their own kind should be king. Voices clashed, animals shouted over each other, and the jungle was filled with chaos. During all the noise, the sly fox Zeki stood back and observed. His sharp eyes gleamed as he watched the animals argue. Then, suddenly, he stepped forward and spoke in a smooth voice. "My dear friends, why are we fighting? Lion King Rufus has ruled wisely for years. If we want a good king, shouldn't we choose someone like him?" Monkey Coco frowned. "And who would that be?" Fox Zeki puffed out his chest. "Why, the smartest and cleverest of all. Which means, me," gasps rippled through the crowd. But before Fox Zeki could continue, the elephants, rabbits, and monkeys all protested at once. "Elephant Babu. But you only think about yourself. Rabbit Pico. We need a fair ruler. Not just a cunning one." The argument became worse than ever. Animals began to push and shout. The jungle had erupted into total chaos. Then, a powerful yet tired roar echoed through the jungle. It was Lion King Rufus, standing tall despite his age. His deep voice silenced everyone as he spoke. "Enough. Chaos does not make the jungle strong, it makes us weak. If you truly want a king, you must work together." The animals immediately quieted down. All eyes turned to Rufus. He took a deep breath and continued. "A king should not be just strong, or just smart. A true leader must be brave, fair, and work for the good of all." The animals listened carefully. The monkeys were clever, the elephants were strong, the rabbits were fast, and the fox was cunning. But none of them had all the qualities of a great king. Then, one by one, the animals turned their eyes toward a young, strong lion who had been quietly watching the entire debate. Leo. Leo was the son of Lion King Rufus. He had grown up learning from his father, becoming brave, fair, and wise, the very qualities a true king needed. The elephants exchanged glances. The monkeys nodded. Even the rabbits, after thinking for a moment, agreed that Leo was the best choice. And so, all the animals finally agreed. Leo would be the new king of the jungle. With Leo as their ruler, the jungle returned to peace. The monkeys continued to play but also respected the rules. The elephants used their strength to help others. The rabbits ran swiftly, assisting those in need. Even the sly fox used his intelligence to become an advisor to the new king. The jungle once again became a place of harmony, and all the animals lived happily under the wise and fair rule of King Leo. And so, the jungle remained strong and united for years to come. The end.